Welcome back, RLWF fans. It is time for another Mayhem. And we are starting off with a Terry Wonderful. It looks like 2K has pooched the Trons again, everyone. So this we're literally working right before the stream, and now they are not. This is why you need to double check these things. But listen, it doesn't matter. Listen, we all love the custom Trons. We all love the custom music, but what is really important are the stars there in the ring. Starting off with the one, the only, the man, the mullet, the mustache, the magic, Terry Wonderful. And his tag team partner. Again, on Mayhem, we are having a tag team tournament. See, now Akira's is working. Why isn't Terry Wonderful's working? Listen, we'll sort it out later. Some of the Trons are working, some of the Trons are not, apparently. There are right now tag champs. The tag champs right now are Ben Fuller and Venu. All right, Thunderstorm are the champs, but they have been just demolishing everybody. And so what we're going to do is we are going to have a little tournament over the next couple of weeks. And the team with the most points, by the time that we get to that PLE, I believe the last round is going to be actually at the PLE, and then the overall points winner at that point will face Thunderstorm at the next PLE for the tag team belts here on Mayhem. And their opponents, it is the Brotherhood. Zeke and Lex Cassidy getting in on the action. Listen, someone said a title was available, and Zeke said, what? Sorry, huh? What? A title? What? Huh? And here he is again. Thunderstorm, formerly members of the Brotherhood, and have decided to go their own way, apparently on decent terms. There doesn't seem to be any animosity, but listen, you think the Brotherhood don't want to get those belts back in the fold all the same? They are finding a way. Again, we're going to have to get the Brotherhood Trons sorted out now because there is a little bit of confusion backstage, but we'll figure it. So the Brotherhood with new representatives in the tag division here squaring off against Terry Wonderful and Akira. Akira and Terry having a loss last week, so they are yet to get their first points. Let me start the prediction, and you can let me know who you think is winning. Terry Wonderful starting off against Zeke. Again, 2 points on the line, one if there's a draw. And Terry with a nice suplex. As always, if this is your first time joining us for the RLWF and you would like to have your very own superstar in the ring, all you got to do is subscribe to the Twitch channel or come hang out with us for a stream or two, and once you've got 5,000 channel points, you can cash them in. And then you will be a part of all the action that you're seeing on screen right now. Zeke trying to take on both Akira and Terry at the same time. Finally, Akira heading back to the corner, but Terry with a nice German suplex onto the concrete. Now fighting up to the ramp. Not a falls count anywhere. They're going to have to be careful. I mean, a double count out, they'll both still get a point, but missing out on the full 2. Terry slides back into the ring. Zeke still attacking Akira on the outside. At a 7 count, Zeke's got to be careful. He's not going to get counted out. 8 count, the referee reminding Zeke that he's got to get back in the ring, and he slides in just under the 9 count. And creates a little room between himself and Terry Wonderful. Lex, in the meantime, had gotten knocked to the ringside by Wonderful. Styles, welcome in, sir. And Zeke taking a little break in the corner as Terry Wonderful at ringside. Here comes Lex, though, but Terry attacking Lex, and Zeke comes in, but a little off the mark on that over-the-top rope maneuver. Terry Wonderful holding his own nicely here against the Brotherhood. Akira yet to see the inside of the ring. Zeke tossed towards the announcer's desk. What a rolling kick from Terry. 7 counts. Zeke tossed into the corner. Terry Wonderful's going to slide in and hope maybe to get a count-out victory here. But Zeke on his feet and in the ring, and oh my goodness! Into the interceptor immediately. Only the 1 count, but man, oh man. Into the corner. Big flying forearm to the face of Terry Wonderful, and Zeke is going to tag in the Messiah, Lex Cassidy. And Lex with the hot shot to Akira. Nice counter from Wonderful. And oof, another suplex. Kip up and the leg drop. Terry goes for the pin. Here comes Zeke taking no chances. Gets the pin. Akira still down for the count on the outside, so Terry's got to take care of business all on his own, setting up Lex. Has him in the full Nelson. Oh my goodness, face first right onto the logo. Rolls him over, hooks the leg. Zeke can't come in again thanks to the new rules introduced in Season 3, but only gets the 2 count. Only gets the 2 counts.
A new strategy is needed right about now if that couldn't end things.
Akira finally into the match here. And Zeke welcoming him in with a big knee lift to the face. And the stunner. Cassidy wasting no time. And Zeke back in the match. They're locking up. There's the pin. I can't imagine that's going to get it. Only a 1 count there. Wild Ones are tag champs. Those are fake news. Well, I mean, listen. I don't think you could call... I mean, listen, the Brotherhood's... Or the former Brotherhood, Thunderstorm, that's going to take some getting used to. Has a bit of a shady history with the tag team belts, but definitely have been overall, despite some shenanigans, excellent champions. And the Wild Ones just starting down that journey, but we're expecting big things from Maz and Shark, that's for sure. Oh! Lex just flattened Akira with that forearm. And oh my goodness, almost got the 3. Terry taking the long route around to get to break up the pin, but Akira thankfully got the shoulder up. Sling blade from Lex, and now the springboard connecting. Pin again. 2 count again. Akira into the corner. Counters with the elbow, trying to get back to his corner, but Lex making it difficult for him. They lock up. Irish whip by Katsiore, and a counter by Cassidy. Oh, my goodness. Flattened him, and Lex with the tag. Akira crawling to the corner and makes the hot tag to Terry Wonderful. And Zeke, oh my goodness. Drops him right on the mullet. Oof, almost got the 3. Zeke glaring at the referee, did not like the slowness of that count. Shots to the ribs, and then the suplex. Terry sent into enemy territory. Zeke's got him up on the top rope. Oh no, are we going to see a muscle buster? No, we're not. What has he got going on here? Oh my goodness, Zeke. From the middle rope. Oh, into the Samoan drop. Unbelievable. Zeke flexing to the crowd here, and Akira tagged in the meantime. Terry finally able to head back to his corner. Akira, the legal man in. I think they both missed on whatever maneuver that they were going for. Irish whip by Akira. And a beautiful arm drag. Into the corner goes Zeke.
Look at this going right.
And Akira chooses to work on the arm. Again, 2 points on the line here for that tournament. Everyone's going to get the same number of matches. And whoever has, I believe it's 4 matches in total, I think, that you're going to have by the time we get to the PLE. And whoever has the most points at that time will get the title shot. Now, how they're going to deal with ties, I do not know. I do not know. But listen, the point is, every match counts. And look at this maneuver. Oh, my goodness. I don't think I've seen that one before. What a move by Lex and Zeke. Terry comes in to break up that pin, accidentally bumps the referee. Akira rolls out of the ring. The referee rolls out of reality. Through the ropes. Akira able to sidestep Lex on the suicide dive. Akira going to work on the outside. Referee still down. Took a hard bump there from Terry Wonderful. Oof, Lex split open with that elbow. Perfectly placed by Katsuyori.
And he gets sent back
into the ring. Lex with another big knee strike. And the double super kick to boot. Lex setting up Akira. And kaboom. And surely that must be it at this point. 1, 2, 3. Your winners picking up 2 points. Lex Cassidy and Zeke, the Brotherhood. And worse news for Terry and Akira. They're 0-2 in the tournament already. Does not bode well, but looking strong for the Brotherhood. All right, over to singles competition for the next match. And up first, another one of the many red-hot rookies coming in here in Season 3. It is Dominic Felix. Had a win last week, I believe. Let me just double-check. I'm pretty sure he's coming off a win, right? No, actually, I think did he win on Max? I can't remember now. He's facing Smiley Sinner. I forgot to write down the winners, and even though I just edited it yesterday, I already forgot it. So, coming off a match on Max. Dominic Felix, ready for a battle.
It's Mr. Money in the Bank.
His opponent, as you heard the announcer saying, it is a Mr. Money in the Bank. I don't know why he says that, because he's the front of the line champion. As you can clearly see from the front of the legally distinct suitcase in his hands. It is Elijah George, former global champion. Again, people sleep on Elijah George. He's been a little bit quiet the last couple of weeks, but lying in wait with that case in hand. And if I were Jack Sullivan, it'd be keeping me up at night. This guy could just pop out of nowhere, out of the woodwork, at any time and cash in the case. But he is being very judicious. Very judicious about the case. Elijah George's entrance also not working, so apparently half of them are working, half of them are not. We'll fix that up before shock. Not a problem. Listen, who needs music when you've got the presence of Elijah George? Let me start the prediction. And you can let me know who you think is coming out on top. No stipulations in this one, just a good old-fashioned brawl. Felix starting out early. Bear with me 1 second, everybody.
Yeah, but respect has to be earned in matches like this, not just handed out. If he can prove himself here, maybe he will get the respect he believes
and Felix
Gonna have to dig down.
grabs the legs, but Elijah George with the counter. Nice dodge roll from Felix into the drop kick. That is a long way to get up. Elijah George close to 7 feet tall. Felix into the corner, and oh, a vicious chop. And Elijah George putting the rookie through the paces here. Nice counter from Felix. Dropped him, had his leg caught up in that somehow. That looked incredibly painful.
Arm control applied and a big boot to the guts.
Nice counter from Elijah.
Brought back into the ring from the floor now.
Dominic tossed back into the ring. And float over neck breaker from George. He's going right out to ringside. They're going to lock up. And Elijah George tossed roughly into the steel barricade. Another nice counter from Felix. And Elijah sent face first into the apron. Elijah has him up and now face first off the steel barricade. Into the ring now. Elijah misses. And an eye rake from Felix, pulling at all the stops. Irish whip by George into a face buster. Felix back in the ring. And Elijah dragging him to the ropes. And dropping him. Neck first off the top rope.
He reverses it.
There's the drop kick.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there. Oh, it is aggression, just pure brutality. Oh, easy.
Prodiver, is that in JC's happy? I feel bad. JC, whenever JC goes live, I'm always like working or something else. So I've missed so much of the GPWF. I got to get caught. I tried to get caught up a little while ago. I just got to try and go through a few of the matches through the old streams to get figured out what's going on. Oh, Prodigy with Cat. Okay, I thought you were in the other. I thought you were in the GPWF. Elijah George fighting back here against Felix. They lock up. And oh no, wing clipper into the pin. That could be game over for the rookie. Oh, just barely. Just barely. Elijah's so mad he had to get out of the ring for a minute to calm down.
That was plan A, and it didn't work. He must be thinking about plan B at this point.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Daniel. I think I'm lined up for 2 on the card. I think I'm double booked. And went for the power bomb, but Felix fighting back. Oh! A corkscrew splash after nailing the super kick right on the chinny chin chin of Elijah George. Referee, I don't know. I don't think Elijah can hear you. Finally getting up off the ground, and oh my goodness. Dominic Felix not letting him back into the ring. And Felix, a little late on the springboard. Elijah in underneath him. And Elijah taking advantage, driving the elbow into his head and split him open. And Elijah with a huge combination has him staggered against the ropes. George unleashed in this match right now. Dragging him across the ring. And what has he got planned? Nothing good if I know Elijah George. Over the top rope and then, oof. Caught the back of the head with the axe handle on the way down. Drives the knee into the chest, and Dominic Felix in a world of hurt. Compliments of the bad, bad man, Elijah George. And again, going for the powerbomb, and again, the reversal from Felix. Laying into Elijah George, face first, into the ring post. And Felix once again. Oh, he's in the ring. He's going from the top rope. Hits the elbow. Elijah George, after going on a dominating little run, now on the ropes here. Springboard splash connects. Leg hooked. Only the 1 count. But Felix setting him up for something. Has Elijah in the electric chair. And boom. Into the German, into the bridge. Oof. 2.5. Man, oh man. I can confirm that King Kail is on the card tonight, if that helps you. A dodge from Felix. What a great match this has turned out to be. And oh, the knee strike connects. Felix pulls away from the ropes to avoid the rope break. Is that going to finally be enough to get the 3? Not yet. Still some life in Elijah George. Dodges the super kick. And now duking it out in the middle of the ring. Both men on wobbly legs as it is, exhausted. Just wailing away on each other. The fans are loving it. Who is going to be the first to fall, though? Elijah split open after that last strike from Dominic Felix. And now, oh my goodness, just absolutely wailing away. Listen, it warms my Canadian heart to see a good old-fashioned Donnybrook. Both of them out on their feet. This might be a double... I was going to say double count out, but they're in the ring. I don't know what you do. Submission hold locked in here. The hurt lock. But Dominic Felix slips free before he has to tap. Springboard connects again. What an unbelievable match. Felix going top rope. And hits the elbow. Elijah crawls to the corner. Both men exhausted. Counter from Elijah, returning the favor with the forearms to the back. Has him up on the top rope, but a counter from Felix. Hits the clothesline, and again, sweeps the leg. Dominic Felix pumped up. Can he get the pin? 1, 2, 3, a victory A hard-fought victory for Dominic Felix.
Here is your winner. A strenuous victory here tonight.
Incredible. A big win over a former champion, Elijah George, for Dominic Felix. All right, more singles action here on Mayhem. Out first, one half of your tag team champions, Thunderstorm. It is Venu.
From Limbo, weighing in at 230 pounds, one half of the tag team champions.
Again, that tag team championship belt around his waist, but we will have to wait and see at the PLE if Thunderstorm are able to retain, but in the interim, allowing them to get in a few much-desired singles matches. Again, both of these superstars individually, I mean, an incredible team together, but individually incredibly strong superstars in their own rights. And so they've been itching for some singles matches, and this is going to give them exactly the opportunity to get a few. Venu and his opponent.
Things are about to get good.
It is the Great Ossington. This should be a great match. This should be a great match. Two big, strong superstars in the ring wailing away on each other. Should be a good one. Of course, legendary punching power from the Great Ossington. If you want to see highlights from his long boxing career, you can check them out on the Mazavaz YouTube channel. As colorful inside the ring as he is outside, it is the Great Ossington.
He is ready to compete.
The fans cheering. They love this guy. Let's see how he does. Let me start the prediction here, and you can let me know who you think is going to win. If you're watching on YouTube, you're missing out. Oh my goodness.
This match about to get started with a superstar trying to
Ossington with a little change in the beard color. I mean, from the entrance to the ring, it changed. Again, I always expect the unexpected when it comes to the Great Ossington. And from the incredible products produced by 2K. Ossington wailing away with punches to the midsection and now into a sleeper hold. Ossington trying to squeeze him to sleep, but no dice. There's the lockup. Ossington into the corner. And into the Tree of Woe. A bad place to be. Oh no. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Venu from the top rope with the stomp. Absolutely vicious. There's the springboard leg drop connecting.
And he's out of there in a nick of time.
At ringside now. Venu fighting back with some elbows to the ribs. And boom. Big neck breaker.
Both arms captured. And
Stomping away on the Great Ossington as the referee continues his count.
you want to control the tempo, you want to dictate the pace. That right
The
there is
brutality of Venu on display as we see the most electrifying move in sports entertainment. The protracted wrist lock.
inflicting pain at will.
Venu gets him on his feet and reversed back into the ring. Ossington appealing to the crowd. Takes a shot at Venu before heading back in. They're going to lock up. And Venu sends him into the corner. Follows him in with the spear. Oh my goodness. Rolls him over. Thinks he might have it, but only gets the one.
frustrated. Forearm after forearm after forearm.
Pounding away on the face of the great Ossington. I think he might have split him open with that last one. Indeed, he has.
Kick to the gut. Now kick to the back. Just
and Vinu continuing the assault.
every angle possible. Now locking in the wrist.
Keeping the pressure up. The great Ossington is going to have to get something going. Vinu starting to run away with it. And as if on cue, Ossington with the counter. And Ossington with the Thez press and then just pounding away on the face of Vinu. And boom, little discus punch.
He's taking some good hits.
So strange seeing Vinu out of a mask, I will say. And Ossington just driving the forearms into the face of Vinu. Ossington going top rope. That's a whole lot of superstar to come down on top of you. And boom. Double axe handle to the top of the noggin. And another Thez press.
He's falling victim here to a charge of attacks.
Vinu, not quite sure where he is, but swinging wildly all the same, connects. Ossington into the corner again. Vinu follows him in, and big body slam. Two count only. And the springboard leg drop. And there's that blue mist. And the punt kick into the pin. 2 count only. Blaze does indeed have a match tonight. I can confirm we are going to see Blaze later in the card. Missed off the top rope. Ossington desperately trying to claw victory from the jaws of defeat here. They lock up. Vinu sends him into the corner, but a nice counter from Ossington. Got the knees up, and now hey, welcome in, JC. Welcome in. Much appreciated for the raid. Everybody check out the GPWF. Let me give you a shout out. If I can spell all this, hang on. Okay, I think that's correct. In the meantime, look at this. Look at the battle going on inside the ring right now in the meantime. Spinning back fist.
Wild Tigers.
Hey, there's the Wild Tigers. Let's go. Let's go, Wild Tigers. A leg drop from Vinu. Leg hooked. Is that finally enough to put away the great Ossington? It is not. Ossington with the kickouts.
Less than a second to stay alive there.
Wild Tigers, greatest tag team in wrestling history. I'm calling it. We're telling you right now. Second only maybe to like Norm and Baron. Counter from Ossington. How do either of these superstars have anything left in the tank at this point? They have just been wailing on each other. And more blue mist right into the face of the great Ossington. And now from the middle rope. Oh my goodness. Say goodnight. That is it. I mean, Groove Criminal's a close second, but come on, the Wild Tigers, get out of here. Clearly number one. Spinning discus punch from Ossington. Oh, missed. Missed on that big uppercut. Vinu's life flashed before him in an instant.
And countouts are legal, so hopefully this will be
Saw himself as a young child. And now on the outside. Back on the attack. An absolutely brutal contest.
stalking it down to
And Vinu sizing him up, but no. A nice reversal from Ossington. Face first into the turnbuckle, and another counter by Vinu. Just counter after counter. Again, inhuman levels of stamina on display here from both superstars. Side Russian leg sweep by Vinu. And oof. Ossington crawling to the ropes. Another counter. Ossington unloading. And oh, what a clothesline. Almost took his head clean off. Vinu rolls to the outside. Ossington's going top rope. And drops the fist right on top of his skull.
A searing pain races through your body.
Scoop slam from Ossington. An absolutely incredible match so far. Even better than I was expecting, and I had high expectations for this match. Vinu now with the side Russian leg sweep. Pounding away. I don't know what the count is at there. I think it might be a 5. I'm not sure. Ossington slammed into the announcer's desk and then into the fall-away moonsault slam. 7 count into the announcer's desk again, but dodged the second attack. An 8 count. We might see a double disqualification here. Little fancy footwork from Ossington. Slips back in under the count, and there you go. Gets the victory. Man, oh man, what a match. The great Ossington with the victory by countout over Vinu. What a match. All right, a little triple threat match. And out first. Again, some of the custom Trons a little wonky tonight, everybody, so we will get that sorted out for you. But Justin Hawkins. It is a triple threat falls count anywhere match. Justin Hawkins coming off a big opportunity last week in a match against Jack Sullivan. Jack Sullivan made him tap, but a great showing from the youngster. Another one of these red-hot rookies. Justin Hawkins. He's got the fans pumped up, that's for sure. Next up.
And here comes one of my favorites.
The other half of your Mayhem Tag Team Champions. It is Ben Fuller.
16 pounds, one half of the tag team
Making his way to the ring.
Here's a superstar just dripping with unearned pride. Oh, yes. How dare a superstar take pride
Listen, the fans can boo all they like, but Ben Fuller coming off a big win last week as well against Malik.
This superstar is just over
The All-Star Championship, trying to, Ben Fuller trying to get that double championship swag going. And certainly on his way, that is for sure. I mean, listen, absolutely capable of it. We know what this man can do in both tag team and singles competition. And last but not least, As if this match wasn't epic enough, we've got Takuma as well. I mean, a great mix of styles. Ben Fuller, a very technical wrestler. Takuma, of course, with that strong MMA background, a big bruiser. Justin Hawkins, high energy. Should be a good one. Again, no stipulations, not an elimination match, just a straight triple threat match. The first person to get a pinfall or submission is going to be your winner. Takuma. I mean, look at the size of him. Heading into the ring. We gotta we can be paid for the pyro. We gotta let him fire it off before we start. Let me start the prediction. 3 options for you, only one winner. Ben Fuller versus Justin Hawkins versus Takuma in a triple threat match.
And things getting started for these 3 in this
and Hawkins and Takuma lock up. Takuma ejected immediately by Justin Hawkins. And now Ben Fuller has the rookie, and oh my goodness. Was that a Ben 10 right off the bat?
Sharp elbows to the body, looking to fight his way out.
Takuma with the spear on Ben Fuller. Tried that same on Justin Hawkins, but just grazed him. Big drop kick from Hawkins. An absolutely bonkers start to this match. Flatliner from Ben Fuller. Hawkins back in the ring now. Sends Fuller into the corner. Takuma flattens Hawkins. And now with some mounted punches. Turning the rookie's face into mincemeat. Nice suplex. Fuller with the springboard dropkick right to the back of Takuma, but Justin Hawkins has him. Counter from Fuller. Fuller ejected. Again, a falls count anywhere match. So pinfalls and submissions count out here. Nice eye rake by Takuma for the counter. You got to do what you got to do. Hawkins has him up in a big slam. Look at the strength of Justin Hawkins. Suplex to Fuller.
You don't have to be pinned to lose this one. The pendulum is swinging faster with each passing second.
And Fuller with the basement kick. Takuma sent back into the ring. Fuller sent back in. Justin Hawkins has a kendo stick. And oof, right across the back of Takuma and then across the face of Ben Fuller. Going for the pin, trying to end this one early. No dice, Takuma. In there to break it up. Oof, what a heavy right hand to the face by Takuma. Drop kick to the back from Justin. I mean, that's a big target for a drop kick, in fairness. Like missing the broad side of the barn. On the ropes. Fuller attacking the arm of Justin Hawkins. Fuller tossed out of the ring. Takuma hits the bulldog on Fuller, on Hawkins rather, and he's not done. Pounding away on the rookie again. Fuller taking a little rest on the outside. Oh, but no rest now. Choke slam. Planted by Takuma. Sling blade and a drop kick. I mean, absolute madness inside that ring. Takuma has him up, and boom, into the neck breaker. Hawkins rolls out of the ring as Fuller twisting that gigantic arm of Takuma. And now sends Hawkins back outside the ring. Takuma's got his mitts on that kendo stick, but Fuller able to roll out of the way just in time. And grabs him by the face, putting in the squeeze, but Justin Hawkins in there to break up the submission. Hawkins on the top rope. Fuller on the outside. Hawkins connects. What a move. Broken up, though, by Ben Fuller. Fans booing every time Fuller makes a move. And basement kick to the face. Hawkins after Fuller now. Irish whip and sling blade, but right into the spear by Takuma. I mean, all three superstars putting on a good show here, but oh, F10. Hawkins rolls out of the ring, and now Ben Fuller, I thought, was going to get an F10 right there. That could have been the match for Takuma. Irish whip. Missed on the kick. Fuller with a nice combination here. Hawkins still flat on his back on the outside. Takuma heads out. Fuller out after him with the kendo stick, but right across the head. Spin kick connects, but Takuma right there, but now Takuma eats a bend 10 to the concrete. Referee out of position. Oh, so close. So close. Fuller tossed back into the ring by Hawkins. Referee slides in after him. Takuma looking under the ring for a baseball bat. Waiting for an opportunity. Hawkins with a beautiful move. And now attacking Takuma. Hawkins grabs the baseball bat and goes to work. Face first into the mat. Hooks the leg, middle of the ring, no rope breaks. Only got the one. Irish whip. And a nice little monkey flip there from Justin Hawkins. Another drop kick. Takuma grabs him. And boom. Unbelievable move. I don't think that's a Scottish flag. It's vaguely Scottish flaggy. A beautiful attack in the corner by Justin Hawkins. Takuma out on his feet at ringside. And Hawkins hooks the leg. Takuma back in the ring to break that one up. Elbows to the ribs. Hawkins putting on a good show here. Fuller attacks from behind, has him up. Ben 10 to Justin Hawkins. And Takuma recovers in time to break up the pin. Springboard from Takuma. Hits the clothesline.
Everyone is on their feet in this building. Absolutely showing the respect for all the exertion these athletes.
Drags Fuller to the ropes. And on the attack, just wailing away. Irish whip. Goes nowhere. Justin Hawkins misses on the drop kick. Counter from Fuller. Fuller exhausted, but desperately trying to keep himself in this match. Big combination off the ropes from Fuller. Takuma gets to his feet on the outside. Meanwhile, Justin Hawkins being attacked inside. There's the kendo stick. And Fuller didn't see it coming. But Justin Hawkins did. Stunner. Leg hooked. 1, 2, 3. Justin Hawkins gets the victory. What a finish. The Extreme with another big win. Big thumbs up to the crowd. Man, oh man, what a finish to that one. The Extreme gets the victory. All right, back to one-on-one action. Out first, it is Blaze. The undefeated streak on the line has been a force of nature since coming in here a couple of weeks ago in Season 3. Undefeated thus far in his career, I believe. Right? Yeah, no, I think literally undefeated right now. Blaze, are you, no, Blaze is not an RPW guy. Blaze in the ring, but who is his opponent going to be tonight? I had to think for a second just because I always get mixed up between everyone's different names in the different promotions. So I was like, I don't think so, but maybe he's somebody else and I'm not thinking of it, but no. And Blaze getting a shot against the All-Star Champion Malik, being brought to the ring. Now, Malik lost his match last week, and so coming to the ring with a little bit of insurance with fellow Cure member FTN Colm coming here from Shock to act as a manager. Now, Colm last week facing LJ Novak and pulling a little bit of dirty pool before the match, but again, has been a loyal Cure soldier and is towing the line here again tonight by watching Malik's back. Referee is going to have to watch out of the corner of his eye to make sure there's no shenanigans. Let me start the prediction. Is Blaze going to keep that streak going? Or is Malik going to end it here? And Malik. Some classic wrestling going on right here. They lock up. And boom. The side slam from Blaze. And Colm distracting Blaze now. Colm with a mouthful for Blaze, and Malik, of course, taking advantage. Has him out on the apron. As Colm looks on. Dropped off the apron back first. Now Colm's got to be careful here, because if he interferes directly, risks getting a disqualification for Malik. Of course, that would still, I mean, it's a non-title match, but still. Malik tossing Blaze around now. Blaze tossed back into the ring, and Malik clearing the decks on the announcer's table and not paying attention. Blaze takes advantage of the distraction with the huge suicide dive through the middle ropes. Malik was not expecting that. Of course, if either one of those superstars puts the other through that announcer's table, that is an automatic title shot for either one of them. Now, if Colm did it as interference, that would be tricky. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but that would actually be hilarious because I don't know how we deal with that. Would that count? Blaze tosses Malik right into his manager. Blaze clearly not intimidated by the cure. Leg hooked. Only got the one. Only got the one. Malik countering with a big clothesline. Now off the ropes. Big back body drop. Has him up. Spine buster for Blaze. Leg hooked by Malik. Ooh. 2 count only.
He's determined to keep this matchup going.
Irish whip. Counter from Blaze into the swinging neck breaker. Beautifully executed, but Malik right there with the counter of his own. And tossing him aside. Again, Malik, like his brother, deceptively strong.
You just gotta toss another person and make a statement.
And Blaze, drops him face first onto the mat. And stunner. Blaze drops the elbow. And Malik is going to roll out for a bit of a break. Blaze decides to come out after him. And Schoolboy, into the powerbomb.
Someone clearly doesn't want this match to go on much longer than it has to. Toss back into the ring.
Into the ring he goes. Blaze. A quick word for Colm on the way past there.
Heads out of the ring, but needs to be mindful of the referee's count here.
Drags him, trying to drag him to the announcer's desk, but Blaze fighting back here. Oof. Has him on. Oh, I was excited. Had him on the table. He had him on the table. I was getting excited. Oof. Another big powerbomb onto the concrete floor, and Blaze doing well for himself in this match, but here comes Malik. 6 counts, so he tosses Blaze back into the ring. And they're going to duke it out. Blaze, I think, was winding up for a big uppercut, or a big double axe handle, rather, but we're going to have another Donnybrook here. Oh, and there it is. Launched him with that last strike. But Malik somehow gets the shoulder up. Unbelievable. Kyle, you did not miss your match yet. No. Big elbow connects off the Irish whip. And Blaze, no pun intended, but he is fired up. The crowd behind him. But there's the counter from Malik. They lock up. Blaze has him up. Nice counter again from Malik. And dropped off the top rope. Into the pin. 2 count only. The kick out from Malik. Blaze can't believe it. An opportunity here. A non-title match against the All-Star Champion. Blaze wants to make the most of it. Keep that streak alive. Huge combination. Has Malik staggered. But Malik with the spine buster. Hooks the leg. 2 count only. Man, oh man. Blaze rolls out of the ring. Malik's going out after him immediately.
This could get wild.
And the cravat sleeper locked in, not a false count anywhere, so even if he taps or passes out, it won't help him, but damaging all the same. Tossed back in. And Malik setting him up. No, reversal by Blaze. Reversal by Malik. They lock up again. Face first into the turnbuckle. And a series of elbows to the face. Drops the big man to the mat. An incredible back and forth affair here on Mayhem. Clothesline after clothesline here from Blaze off the ropes and the flying clothesline. Springboard leg drop connects. But Youth with the counter. On his feet. Has him up. And off the top rope. Malik, in desperation, goes for the pin. Is it finally enough for the 3? It is not. The streak still alive. Malik exhausted. Can't believe it. But both men back on their feet. Irish whip. And, oof, a vicious spear from Blaze. Leg hooked. Oh! 2.9. So close. Oh! And now surely. The streak is alive. Malik, maybe not. We'll have to check.
Here is your winner, Bad Boy.
And Bad Boy Blaze picks up another big win, this time against Malik. And now Malik has dropped 2 in a row as All-Star Champion. He's got to watch out or he's going to find himself in a title shot soon. An impressive win from Blaze. The Russian giant Zynda waiting for Marcella Droese. No, she is not waiting for Marcella Droese, attacking her before they've even had a chance to get to the bell. The referee trying to pull her away. Referee, a braver man than I, Zynda giving him a warning. I don't know what she's warning him about. Has the bell even rung yet? Bell is rung and Marcella with the springboard misses. I mean, again, knocked a little loopy after that attack from Zynda. A non-title match here, Zynda versus Marcella Droese. Let me get the prediction started. Zynda, of course, the former Victory Champion. Marcella took the belt from her, and so eager for an opportunity to get at Marcella. But I think all she's done is made the unstoppable one angry, and that's not necessarily a great idea. Marcella on the top rope. And boom, flattens her. Rolls her over for the pin. This one might be over already. 2 count only. Get Marcella in the RPW. Listen, I agree. I agree. Huge combination from Droese. Immediately out after Zynda, not giving her a moment's rest. Zynda desperately trying to fight back. Up and over, what a move from Zynda. Back in the ring and Zynda taunting Marcella. Back outside and Marcella making her pay for it immediately. Referee continues the count. You just missed your match, Blaze. I'm sorry. Nobody say anything. Nobody. No spoilers. No spoilers.
Thrown back in under the ropes.
And Marcella drops the heaviest elbow in the women's division. And, oh, beautiful reversal from Zynda. Hits the drop kick. And Zynda with the step over clotheslines. I can confirm that it was actually a great match. A great match. I won't let you know who won or what happened, but it was a great match.
Shoulder blocks repeatedly in the corner.
Hang in there, Daniel. You can do it. I believe in you. I know it's tough not spoiling, but no, we're going to be good. We're all going to be good. Zynda has Marcella up and down with a backbreaker. There's the pin. Again, Zynda has proven she can beat Marcella. Only got the 2 count there, though. Oof, nice dodge from Marcella. Just kind of matrixed out of the way of that punch. Marcella going for the pin. Only a 1. Only a 1. Springboard connects again. Irish whip. And another nice counter from Zynda, but oh! Ow, 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 ow. Walked right into the big boot of Marcella Droese, who's going top rope again.
She begins to stir back up, but doesn't look good.
The Russian Giant on her feet, but not for long. Tackled to the ground by the unstoppable one. Caught the foot. Caught a forearm to the face. And Zynda, no, reversed by Marcella.
Oh my goodness, this is a crushing amount of offense from her. Maintain the aggression.
It was a one-on-one match versus Malik.
All the way. Spine buster. They are deep into this match, and you have to think that there's
Zynda tossed into the steel barricade as Marcella heads back into the ring. And then through the ropes, but Zynda steps aside just in time. Counter from Droese. Zynda having flashes of brilliance, but just unable to keep that sustained momentum up against Marcella, which is par for the course versus this unstoppable beast of a woman. And Zynda on fire here, a little bit of energy. Ducks the clothesline and, oh, hits her own. Marcella in the corner. Flattened with another clothesline. Zynda hits her from behind, rolls her over. Ooh, 2 count only. 2 count only. Zynda has got to be able to keep this pressure going, though. That's the problem. Has her up and powerbombed into the corner. Leg hooked. Oh, I thought that was it, and so did Zynda, you can tell. Man, oh man, so close. Zynda knows more than any other superstar in the RLWF just how hard it is to beat Marcella Droese. And she can taste it, but now, maybe not so much. Has her up, and boom. The Dominator. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. Leg hooked. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, Marcella Droese. Unstoppable. Unstoppable. Zynda pulled out all the stops. I thought she had it a couple of times in that match, but even after getting attacked right off the jump, after being dominated for large stretches of the match, Marcella Droese with the win. Yeah, that's crazy, Daniel. Crazy. All right. We are having another match in our tag team tournament. We saw a win already for the Brotherhood, and out next, coming off a win last week, so already with 2 points, the Puerto Rican assassin, Freddy Gonzalez, and Smash Sanchez. Armed and Dangerous. Again, the third member of Armed and Dangerous is going to be appearing in the main event to defend his Twitch championship. So a big night for Armed and Dangerous. There's going to be 5 teams. Hey, perfect timing, Freddy. Perfect timing. There's 5 teams in the tournament. So you've got Armed and Dangerous, the Cartel, the Cure, the Brotherhood, and then Akira and Terry Wonderful. So those are the 5 teams that are going to be in there. So one of those 5 teams is going to get a shot against Thunderstorm at the next PLE. All right, Armed and Dangerous are ready to go. And their opponents. It is going to be the Cure first up. Mr. Mondo. Again, talk about the makeover to end all makeovers. Mr. Mondo. It's one that the WWE Universe has wanted to see. It's one that I've been waiting to see. Again, a new look, a new wrestling style, but just as big, just as strong, just as talented, just as effective as the old Gorilla Mondo. Mr. Mondo, a little wink for the ladies there. You're welcome. And of course, his partner, Drew Payne.
At 235 pounds,
Drew Payne and Mr. Mondo losing their opening match to the Cartel last week, so looking to pick up their first 2 points here. Drew Payne and Mr. Mondo. All right, let's just get to the action. Let's just get to the action. Smash Sanchez is going to start off against Mr. Mondo. Let me start the prediction, and you can let me know who you think is coming out on top. 2 points on the line. Listen, maybe if he spent a little less time buying RLWF cards and more time in the ring training in the performance center. But we'll see, we'll see. I don't want to dissuade anybody from buying RLWF cards. By the way, perfect little pitch for you. Hey, do you like TCG Card Shop Simulator? Do you like the RLWF? You can have both of them together. The RLWF mod for TCG Card Shop Simulator, available now on Nexus Mods. Just look for RLWF or NormCantShoot. Double back body drop from the Cure. Drew Payne in the ring. Nice discus punch on Gonzalez. He's going top rope already. Drew Payne wasting no time, getting right down to business. Tiptoes and hits the elbow. Hooking the leg, Smash Sanchez taking 0 chances. Comes in to break that one up. And Freddy in need of a tag here. Springboard misses. But Drew Payne right back up on it and hits him with the second one. Yeah, I mean, it's a great game, but my big complaint when I was playing the game was that the cards are like, I don't know any of these cards. I barely know Pokemon. I'm an old man. You know what I mean? I only know Pokemon a little bit because my son used to play it. That's how old I am. Big knee to the face. And my son was more of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy anyway at the end of the day. There's the suplex. Leg hooked. 2 count. I will say, for people who have been playing the game, I did draw just this week in my... I've been playing with the RLWF mod just separately as like a home game separate from the stream. And I got my highest value card of all time. It's like $19,000 or something ridiculous like that. It's huge value. Or not 19,000, maybe like 1,900 or whatever. It's a very expensive card. It is a Ghost Hollow Mason Marceau card. Very impressive. So far, the pride of my collection. Drew having some words with Smash Sanchez as he leaves the ring. And now targeting the leg of Freddy Gonzalez, and Gonzalez desperately needs to get a tag here. Trying to fight for some room. There's the uppercuts. Oof. Rakes the face with those boots on the way out. And Smash Sanchez in the ring.
He's got control.
It should, Daniel. I can't say 100% for sure, but it should in theory. I mean, for the record, I know you wouldn't do that, obviously. You're just thinking, like, if you see somebody who has illegally gotten a copy of the game, you want to warn them, hey, listen, you're not welcome to download the RLWF mod, all right? We believe in only legal purchases to help out these struggling game companies. But I couldn't tell you for sure. I would assume so. Cover by Drew Payne, and Freddy Gonzalez in there, but Smash Sanchez had already broken it up, had already, rather got the shoulder up. And Drew Payne with a ripcord forearm right to the face. Sanchez has him up now, and snake eyes across the top turnbuckle. Into the corner he goes. And into the turnbuckle. Smash Sanchez not done, right in front of his partner. Smashes Drew Payne into the turnbuckles again. And now, oh, goodness. Smash Sanchez getting psyched up, but in behind him, Drew Payne gets the hot tag to Mondo. Mondo with the springboard clothesline. Still see those little shades of the former high-flying past of Gorilla Mondo. Oh! Boots him to the outside with authority, and now attacking Freddy Gonzalez as well. Laying into them with the forearms across the chest. The fans counting it off. Gets to the 10 count, and Freddy collapses to ringside. Mondo wailing away on Smash Sanchez now. Again, if Armed and Dangerous are able to win this match, that would technically put them in the lead. They'd be the first team to get the 4 points. But struggling just to stay alive here right now. Mondo goes to the pin, but doesn't even get the one. Smash Sanchez grabs him from behind and off the top rope. And there's the tag. Freddy Gonzalez back in the match. And Freddy Gonzalez begging for a timeout. Mondo distracted. Springboard connects with the drop kick. Some dirty pool there. Playing a bit of possum. And now rams him into the foot of Smash Sanchez. DDT from Sanchez, and now Mr. Mondo in some trouble. Back into the corner. And oof! Rakes the face with those forearms. And now, the alley-oop. There's the cover. Is that going to be enough? No, only the 1 count.
Great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match.
Counter from Mondo. He has got to get back to his corner for a tag. But continues on the attack here. Going after the legs of Smash Sanchez. Knee strike to the face. And the clothesline. Mondo finally heading back to his corner to tag in Drew Payne. Smash Sanchez crawling to his corner and makes the hot tag to Freddy Gonzalez. Tosses Drew into the corner, but nice counter by Drew Payne. Single leg drop kick. Hooks the leg. Here comes Smash Sanchez, but Freddy got the shoulder up. Mr. Mondo tagged back in. The fans chanting tag team wrestling. They are loving this tournament. Mondo on the apron and tackled to the outside by Gonzalez. And going after Drew Payne now, drop kicks him to the outside. Mondo grabs him from behind. And those open palm strikes. Freddy covering up as best he can. Irish whip, and Mondo, oh my God, launched himself at him. Unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, Mondo like a rocket. Propelled himself into Freddy Gonzalez and gets the victory for the Cure. That is 2 big points for the Cure. And we are in week 2. We've already got, I believe, a 3-way tie for the top spot. Or no, 4-way tie. The Cure, Cartel, Armed and Dangerous, and the Brotherhood all have 2 points. The only people with no points so far is Terry Wonderful and Akira Katsuyori. This could be a tight one. This could be right down the wire. You definitely want to keep watching and especially tune in for the PLE. All right, back to singles action. Another big match. And out first. Rolling out the red carpet for His Royal Highness, the King of the Voices, King Kail Akane. I mean, this guy was already treated like royalty when he would go home to the Philippines, but now it's absolute madness. The airport swarmed with fans. But listen, not just the Philippines, it is across this country. Subjects loyally supporting their sovereign, King Kail Akane. I would say definitely more beloved than their previous king. I just throw it out there. I'm just going to throw it out there. The cheers call out for King Kail. Ready to go for a big match tonight. Why is it a big match? Because his opponent. You don't get any bigger. You don't get any bigger than the global champion, the wild man of the Rio Grande, Jack Sullivan.
162 pounds,
Jack Sullivan coming off a win last week against Justin Hawkins. Again, Sullivan has been a great global champion. He has been beating all contenders with that tequila sunrise finisher. He is making people tap left, right, and center, but will he be able to do the same for Kail Akane? We will find out. Again, last time these two tangled one-on-one, Jack Sullivan came out on top, so King Kail getting another shot. He's been winning like crazy. Well earned, absolutely. Let me start the prediction. And you can let me know who you think's coming out victorious. King Kail starting off strong with a kick to the face. Has the champ down. And into a submission hold of his own here. But Sullivan able to roll his way out of it. Neckbreaker connects. Crown stuck to his head. Listen, I don't know how he keeps it on there, let me tell you, but I mean, a lot of bobby pins. I mean, so many bobby pins is the only thing I could think of. Sullivan going top rope already. The King gets to his feet and, oh, nice counter. Slingshot clothesline. Leg hooked. I can't imagine that's going to get Jack Sullivan. Only the one count there, of course. Springboard connects. I don't know if that was a leg drop or a clothesline. Maybe a little of both. Sullivan, a huge get for the Cure. Has been a long-serving champion in that stable. 2 count only. Counter from King Kail. And ripcord knee strike. And Sullivan crawls to the corner. And Kail kicks the leg out from underneath the middle rope. And kaboom! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Somehow Jack Sullivan gets the shoulder up, but King Kail feeling pretty confident after that move. Hits the interceptor, goes to the pin again, trying to end this one quickly. And he does. Wow. Wow.
Here is your winner.
A squash match for King Kail against the global champion. Unbelievable, and the fans going crazy. To be expected. Kisses shall be blown for King Kail after that huge, huge win over the global champion Jack Sullivan. All right, get ready, RLWF fans. Twitch Championship on the line. Who has the Rando Lando Wheel of Destiny chosen as Remy Haynes' opponent tonight? Ooh, the suspense. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. That double-bladed lightsaber can mean only one man is headed to the ring representing the Force. It is Darth Brooks versus Remy Haynes for the Twitch Championship. This is going to be a heck of a match. Darth Brooks getting the opportunity of a lifetime here.
As we get started here, let me remind everybody that the title
Darth Brooks
that's just a mere formality. The way I
making his way again, longtime former Shock Tag Team Champion. Has not, I don't believe he's yet held a singles belt, so course grind his tag team partner has. But I don't believe that Darth Brooks has yet. So definitely looking to score a victory. But he's going to have to get through the current Twitch champion, Big Daddy Remy Haynes. From Armed and Dangerous, looking cocky, looking confident. Headed to the ring, no fear in those eyes, I presume. He's got sunglasses on, but I'm going by general sense here. Big Daddy Remy Haynes making his way to the ring with that Twitch Championship, but will it be for the last time? Only just won it against JC Brooklyn not long ago. And looking to extend that reign a little bit longer. Drew Payne and Darth Brooks, a great match. Let me start the prediction. You can let me know who you think is coming out with that beautiful Twitch Championship. And that is what is on the line. Twitch Championship brought to you by the NormCantShoot channel. The NormCantShoot channel now with 20% more Baron Max. Despite me trying. Darth Brooks.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 228 pounds.
Versus Remy Haynes.
Net champion, Big Daddy Haynes.
Big Daddy Haynes. The crowd is pumped and ready.
Taking their eyes off the championship.
And the champ is staring daggers right back at the opposition.
And there you go. Twitch Championship held up high for the whole crowd to see. Only one of these men is going to walk out with that belt. And there's the bell. Remy Haynes hits him with a clothesline, but Darth Brooks just shrugs it off. Unbelievable. An absolute beast of a man. Elbow drop to the face. Nice dodge from Remy. And again, Darth Brooks. I mean, Remy Haynes, a very strong superstar, but Darth Brooks, just a force of nature. Just absolutely, I mean, steamrolling through Remy Haynes right now. Double axe handle across the back. And drives the knee into the mat. And again.
And countouts are legal, so hopefully this will be a short trip outside.
Running Bulldog sends him face first into the concrete, and Remy Haynes
Grabbing a hold of the arm.
is on the receiving end of a whooping right now. Tossed into the steel barricade. And there's the counter. Remy's going to wisely head back inside the ring there. But both he and Darth Brooks feeling confident, apparently, about their chances. Darth Brooks has got to get back in there, though. It's a 7 count. And Brooks unloading with a big knee and the double axe handle. Leg hooks, but only gets the 1.
Keeping a loss at bay for now.
And Remy fighting back, trying to clear a little space between he and the big man. Sends Darth into the corner, follows up with a big splash. And nice counter from Brooks. He's got him up. And neck first off the top rope. Another great counter from Remy. Remy unloads, but another counter from Brooks. Irish whip. Big knee connects. And now look at the strength of Darth Brooks. Just grabs him by the head and slams him middle of the ring. 2.5. He almost had the belt. Setting him up, Remy Haynes. In deep trouble, but no, there's the counter. Haynes fighting back, unloading on Darth Brooks. Brooks with the counter. Haynes split open on the turnbuckle. Oof. The spear in the corner, but the immediate counter by Remy Haynes. Remy Haynes missed on the dropkick. An incredible match. Irish whip by Haynes. Hip toss. Rolls him over. Trying for the pin. Only the one counts. Only the one counts. Remy now driving the head into the mat. Darth Brooks crawling to the corner. And Remy unloading with the elbows. Remy's got him up. And boom! Hits the finish. Leg hook, middle of the ring, no rope break in sight. But Darth Brooks able to get out of the pin. Remy right back to work, unloads with a clubbing blow over the back. Remy in the corner. 3, 2, 1. Claymore, no! Darth Brooks with the counter. Remy right back to work though. And big knee lift connects. Remy, let's go. Remy in chat. It has been a incredible match so far. A back and forth affair. Brooks with the suplex to Remy. And Remy rolls out of the ring. I don't think he's going to get much of a rest. Here comes Darth Brooks. And Brooks drops him face first off the steel barricade. How much more does Remy Haynes have in the tank? Clubbing blow across the back. Remy Haynes probably feels like he's been hit by a Mack truck. And it just keeps running him over. Now, Darth Brooks needs to get Remy back in the ring. A count-out victory will not get him the belt, of course. Remy now, desperately trying to get something going here against Darth Brooks. Counter from Brooks, they're going to lock up. Irish whip. Sends him in front of the announcer's desk. And he's going to have a little nap. He's going to take a little nap. Hopefully not more than a 10-second nap. Finally struggling to his feet, getting up out of a pool of his own blood. And Remy. Oh no. Thunder rolls onto the concrete floor. But Remy somehow fighting on. Intestinal fortitude, you know we love it here. Brooks tossed into the steel steps. Again, being outside is the advantage for Remy. There's no rush for him to get back into the ring to beat the 10 count. Because he will not lose the title on a count-out loss. But definitely wants the victory all the same. There's the 6 count. Brooks on his feet. And back in the ring to avoid the count-out. Remy has him in the corner. Follows up with the big clothesline, the big elbow. Hooks the leg. Is this finally enough to put the big man down? No. Shoulder up again. Remy covered in his own blood at this point. Hits the big boot. And in the corner again, trying for the Claymore. 3, 2, 1. Connects. Leg hooked. And Remy Haynes defends his Twitch championship against Darth Brooks. What a match.
Here is your winner.
Look at the blood.
Internet champion.
Snatches the belt from the referee and struts his way confidently to the corner. Victorious. And still your Twitch championship. He's not the championship. He is a champion who holds the championship. You know what I mean. I got so excited about his victory. I've lost the capacity to speak English. A great win for Remy Haynes. A great effort from Darth Brooks. Let's give credit where credit is due. All right. But a great match and a great card. Thank you all very much for joining us here on Mayhem. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment and ring a bell and I don't know, touch the screen 3 times every time I say unbelievable. And you'll break your monitor. You'll break your monitor. And thanks, guys. I will see you next time. Goodbye.